News right now. It's been really slow, as with sports, but I figured we should probably make a top 5 list of objectively our favorite games of all time.
Yes.
Now, we could honestly make an episode on this all on our own if we wanted to, but I figured we could go really short and sweet here, so I'll start with my number 5.
All right.
Similar to Civ 6 or Civ 5, my choice is Total War Rome 2, which is basically it's the same kind of land ownership kind of thing, except for it's a lot less balancing with how much population you have and more dealing with like real-time strategy like fighting.
Okay. So it's like more,
It's more like action and like mind-based rather than researching and shit like that. Like there's researching in the game, but it's nowhere near as big as like politics.
Yes.
So,
okay.
So yeah, I've spent so many hours on that game, especially on like winter breaks and stuff like that. It's just something fun to do. When you like, it's not instant action like Call of Duty, but if you just need a game that just you chill out with, that's one of them for sure.
Yeah, I've played Civ 5. I've never played Total War Rome 2, but I personally love playing Civ 5. Like I can just sit down and just play it, and I think the interactions between like different like you and different countries are really interesting. So
yeah,
I can definitely see you having that in your top 5.
So what's your number 5, Vince?
My number 5 is Assassin's Creed Unity.
Unity. Okay.
So this was my first Assassin's Creed game. And I played through the entire campaign with my little brother. Played through the entire thing. We bought all the DLC, played through all of them. We loved it to death. And so like Skate 3?
Yes.
How like some people like Skate 3 because they can just get on and they can just mess around. Like you can just sit there and mindlessly play Skate 3 for like an hour and just like zone out. I can literally, as messed up as it sounds, just like roam the streets of like pre-revolution France and just like assassinate people like just on the street, like the blue coats, they're called. They're the like Royal Army.
Yeah.
So like I can literally just get lost in an hour of just playing, just roaming, like not even doing campaign missions or anything, just like walking around the streets and climbing buildings and shit. It's just, I don't know. It's my personal Assassin's Creed favorite.
I could see it, I actually have an Assassin's Creed on my list too. It's actually number 4.
Nice.
But before I get to that one, I did play Revelations as well. Or I didn't play Unity. I played Revelations, which is 2 games before it.
Yeah, I think
and it was very similar in that regard. It wasn't co-op, which I think made Unity really good, but probably one of the redeeming aspects for reviewers. But other than that, they didn't really like it. But I could definitely, I love all the different eras they've been doing with. I wonder what they're gonna do next. But for my number 4, it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We did talk about this a couple of days ago or yesterday or something. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey to me is, besides the aspect of realism, it is the most fun like open world game that I've played. That's like modern. Like I have something up on the list that's like pretty old, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey brings in like aspects of like you have like leveling system. Like they've always had a leveling system in Assassin's Creed with like skills, but in this game it's a lot more. There's a lot more to do with your items that you have, which I was like coming from the last game I played like religiously was Assassin's Creed 3. To come into this game, the items matter a lot, and the leveling system matters a lot. And a bad side to it is it's unrealistic in some regards. Like doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game as much because obviously this is before the Assassin's Order was even made. It was in the Peloponnesian War, so it's way back there in BC. But they glued Black Flag and I think Unity's beauty with also just the content of a full it was a full game. Like it was definitely worth the $60. Like it was on the top 10 or no top 5 for like Gamescom games of the year, and I think it definitely deserved a spot. And yeah, I don't know. Everything about the game was pretty fun. There's a few aspects. Obviously, Ubisoft can't be perfect because
Of
fuck
course, dude.
Ubisoft. It just
Yeah.
happens to be like that sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. It's really really good game. Really enjoyable.
Yep. I mean, it's like any developer though. Like, I hate Activision. I mean,
No,
Bethesda's kind
dude,
of
everything.
dropped a
Everyone's
turd.
got a downside.
Yeah, it happens. I don't think. Yeah. So speaking of Ubisoft though, Far Cry 3 actually comes in at my number 4.
Really?
I was thinking about putting, honestly, in my opinion, Far Cry 3 through 5, all three of those games. So 3, 4, and 5. I love all of them equally. But Far Cry 3 was my first Far Cry game, so I'm pretty sure I played that campaign a dozen times. I even they came out with the remaster version for the PlayStation 4, and I did buy it and I played through it 2 times even on the remaster version. So
Damn.
I love that game. I think it was the breakout game for Far Cry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like everyone that I talk to, if you mention Far Cry, usually it's Far Cry 3 that and it's the whole reason I even bought Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 5 was because of Far Cry 3. So that is my number 4.
I remember buying it and playing it on my shitty PC at my mom's house like 3 years ago. And it was I couldn't believe what I was playing because it was right when it was right. I think it was right before Far Cry 4 came out.
Yeah.
And it was on sale. I'm like, fuck it, why not? And it turned out to be a really really fun game. And I enjoyed it way more than Far Cry 4 because of how much was there and how much.
I think. Yep.
I don't think they improved enough to validate another $60 purchase. But
yeah, well, I think Far Cry 3, I think mastered like being serious while also not taking itself too seriously and still being like there's some shit that happens like there. I think there's a whole scene where you take drugs in a cave and then you just trip out for like God knows how long and you go on a flashback and I don't know, dude. I love Far Cry 3.
I don't know. It's
The main antagonist is fucking amazing. I think all Far Cry villains are usually pretty good though.
Oh yeah.
I think they do villains really well.
Well, speaking of villains.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna sound like a simp for saying this, but Call of Duty Black Ops 1.
Ooh.
Here's why. The villain is yourself.
Yes.
Now, in the end of the game, you're not killing yourself. You're killing, oh god, I forgot his name now.
Makarov.
Oh yeah, it was Makarov.
Yes.
That game was, for me, as like an 11-year-old playing it, like in November, was the most fun experience I've had in a Call of Duty ever. And Modern Warfare 2 had a banger multiplayer and a great campaign. And Spec Ops was even pretty good. Modern Warfare 3 was basically the same thing. I loved every part about Modern Warfare 3. I liked the survival mode. The campaign took a step for me backwards, but the multiplayer was still super fun. And they just made more of everything, which I enjoyed. Black Ops 2 was very competitive. I do like the futuristic aspect, but it was like starting to lose its identity during that time. And I don't know. I like the zombies on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but Black Ops 1 just edges out because its campaign is insane. Everything about it. You hear the numbers, Mason. Yeah, everything about it. Fuck, that game was so fun. I love the multiplayer is probably the worst part, which is pretty good for a Call of Duty game. Like usually multiplayer is what you come for, and when that's the worst part, it's good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
No, yeah, but so for my number 3, I actually have Fallout 4.
Oh, I was gonna put Fallout on my list.
3. Fallout 4 is my first and only Fallout game because I'm not gonna count Fallout 76 because that shit was ass.
Yeah.
I got Fallout 4 probably a year before they announced 76, and when it was horrible timing because I was just finishing Fallout 4 when the pre-orders started happening for Fallout 76. So obviously, being like in love with Fallout 4 and everything that it was, I was like, oh dude, it's just gonna be Fallout 4, but like in a different area with co-op, dude, I'm getting it. I'll pre-order it. Me and Brett will play it. I'll find some other people that also play, and we'll have a bunch of fun. And then obviously Fallout 76 was garbage, but Fallout 4, dude. I know people talk about Fallout like New Vegas a lot, like Fallout 2. Dude, I love Fallout 4. The customization for like the settlements you can set up, the amount of weapons in the game. I mean, just it being Fallout with the VAT system and everything. I don't know.
I Fallout 4 was my one and only Fallout game I've played as well. But Fallout 4 did not have the same appeal to me the first time around, especially because I was thinking it was Skyrim, but like just like okay, it was really pretty. The game was pretty, and I liked the universe it has. But there was something about the game that I could not get into it forever. And I started playing it recently, I think like a year ago. I started playing it again, and it was a lot more fun that time around. But goddamn, the game just, especially the dialogue is just kind of fucked. It's the first time they do voice acting for your character, and I don't know if I like that. I was like, I don't know.
Well, and for a long time I thought it was too steampunky. Like I don't necessarily like steampunk, like that style.
Yeah.
Like I don't vibe with it. And so that's why I hadn't played it for like the longest time, but I'm so glad I got it, dude, because I love Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 is good. I wouldn't say it's. I was gonna put it in my top 5, but yeah, it just got edged out by Total War. That's really all. It's just slightly better, but in my opinion. But my number 2.
Number 2.
I'm gonna sound like a normie for this one. We're gonna put Minecraft at number 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Minecraft. You cannot deny Minecraft was the game when you were like really young. Like it was the game to play. When you weren't playing Call of Duty, you were playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft is and the thing about it is it ages so well because you can come back to it anytime and you'll have a different experience every time. The multiplayer servers, there's all different kinds of servers you can play. People are so goddamn creative. They're still making new servers. There's a server that's out that literally has a scale map of the world. Made in Minecraft. That's fucking nuts. And I think that's really cool. I think Minecraft has infinite possibilities and still does. And people are still playing it today, even though it's been out for, over 7 years now?
Dude.
No, it's been over 9 years now. 2011, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, that game has aged really well. And especially with Microsoft buying it, they've actually started updating it a lot. So
yep. Dude. Yeah, I remember when that came out that Microsoft was buying Minecraft. Because I hadn't got into Minecraft until even recently, dude. I'm pretty sure I didn't start playing Minecraft till high school.
Oh.
So I had never even really played it. Like, when you said like if you were a kid you played COD or you played Minecraft, I actually hadn't started playing it until I was a little older. And I never really got into it. But yeah, Minecraft it's an all-time classic.
It is. It's one of those games that will go down in history as like one of the biggest like movements. Like I guess the same. I don't want to compare it to this fucking terrible game named Fortnite, but it is just the same thing. It's literally it carried stores. So many products were shipped out for it. Same thing as Fortnite. It was everywhere on television. It was everywhere on YouTube. Everywhere you went, all these YouTubers making Let's Plays. Mod packs, resource packs, all these different Minecraft YouTubers were ever a huge thing, like 5 years ago. So
I would say, as a bold prediction, I would say probably 90% of YouTubers that are big even now probably started doing Minecraft videos.
Yeah,
even if they don't do that now, they probably did it at one point.
I mean,
because it was so prevalent.
You were just getting on this train, and everyone was getting views for it. So
yeah. It's kind of like the Fortnite thing, dude. For a while, everyone did Fortnite. It didn't matter if they were a GTA person, if they did, like Let's Plays or whatever, they played Fortnite. Everyone did. It's just how it was a couple years ago. So, yeah, dude. So for my number 2, it is a COD game, but it's a bit For being number 2 on the list, it's a bit of a controversial call.
Uh-oh.
Black Ops 3.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
I could understand Black
Infinite
Ops 3.
Warfare. Infinite Warfare is the best game that has ever been created.
You shut your dirty whore mouth right now.
Okay. But anyway, Black Ops 3. This is my most played Call of Duty game. 31 days played. I'm pretty sure it's like 20 days on multiplayer and 10 days on zombies. I have all the DLCs. I bought the season pass for the game. That was when I first got my PlayStation, and actually my PlayStation right now is even the special edition Black Ops 3 like edition. So it came with Black Ops 3, and it like the PS4 is custom, so it has like 3 orange like stripes on it.
Oh my god.
So I'll never forget. It was Christmas of freshman year, and I remember setting up my PlayStation for the first time, and I played Shadows of Evil because the game wasn't done downloading yet. The only thing I could play was Shadows of Evil offline, and I played all night into the next day. So I love that game.
Any game like that you can sink your like just teeth in and just literally play it for hours is a game that's worth on the list, first of all, and second of all is a game worth your time. And I could say the same about Black Ops 3, but I lost interest. I think solely because I was just getting bored of the multiplayer, and I like the zombies a lot on Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
But there's something about it that was just like kind of a I just want to forget about you kind of vibe to it. I don't know why. I think I have a little over 100 hours on the game, or 200 hours. Yeah. Nothing near your game time. But
yeah, no, we play. I remember getting home from school, and you did your homework, and we sat down, we got on, and we played for as long as we could, and that was the game we played. I remember that was back in the day that I had a 6 stack that we'd play every day, and all 6 of us were on every day to play. So,
all right, Vince.
Yeah, that's my number 2.
What's your number 1, Vince?
You can ask me my number 1 first.
Yeah, we're switching it up for number 1.
Okay, dude. My number 1, in my opinion, the best game of all time that I have played, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay, and I could see that.
Yes. So, not only is the campaign amazing and full of content and a million different things to do, I have 1,500 hours on that game, which is like 64 days and some hours. And when I played, like in the peak of GTA 5, we played for one session we played for 24 hours straight. That is my longest session on GTA 5. And I think the multiplayer was executed just as well as the campaign is.
The game has been renowned. It was kind of similar to not to Minecraft per se, but to like a game where it was so popping that every YouTuber was gonna play it for at least a little bit, and it's still it's still really popular now. Like, there's just so much replayability with it. I missed out, man. My parents never let me get those games. Like GTA, they were like, "Oh, you're killing strippers. It's no good. We can't. No, never let your fucking little young brain understand this."
Yeah.
But yeah, I would watch a lot of YouTubers playing. It looked really fun.
Yes, and the thing is, dude, is like you said with Minecraft, every time you play it, you have a different experience. It's literally the same thing with GTA. You can't log on to GTA and go to a public server and not have the same experience, and have the same experience every time. Because like the community is just so ridiculous, and since it's so like free roam and free, like crazy stuff happens, dude. Like the craziest things will happen, and that is why it is my number game I've ever played.
Well, I could see why, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, my number 1 is no shocker to most. It is sorry. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Now, I don't want to say sorry because Skyrim objectively is the best game for its time and still doesn't really age well, but is so good for its time, and I had so much fun playing it. It was recommended by a friend.
Of course.
And I was like, it's whatever. It doesn't look that fun. I'm not into the magic and shit like that. I'd rather play Call of Duty or Minecraft or something.
Yeah.
But damn, this game sucked me in, and I didn't want to leave anywhere. I played this game. So purchased it from a Blockbuster. Before they got into the going out of business phase, you could buy the game for like, I forgot what it was, but I bought it in like December. I think it was like December 6th or December 7th. It was a Friday, and my mom's like, usually lets me rent out like a game or something or a movie, and I was like, can we just buy this? And like, yeah, I bought it for like $45. Came out a month earlier. Maybe it was 60, but the game is insane. There's so much about the game that other games even lack today. It had more content than games have today, which is insane to me. I played a game called Greedfall a couple months back, and it doesn't have as much content as Skyrim did. And Skyrim came out in 2011.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
just like GTA 5, Minecraft, some of the primetime COD games, they're classics. You go back to them, they're still classics. You still get the same feel as however long ago they came out, and you played them. I think the beauty of games like that is that they never lose their magic, right? They never become stale. Like, I could go back, any of these games on this list, I can go back and play, and I could play to completion, all of them.
Oh yeah. I see, the thing about Skyrim is that it was the same. Yeah, like, we can compare all these great games. I think especially the top two for both of us. The games are always different. Always different. And I think that like kind of, it feels alive kind of thing. The first time it ever was like that for me was 2011 when the game came out. And I was like, this is insane. How could they put so much in one game? And they have flying dragons and all these different shouts in a crazy universe full of like gods and different like parallel universes and shit like that. It's really cool. And for someone who didn't really like that shit, that was really fun.
Yeah.
I won't never sell my soul, and I can take that. And I really wanna know where you at. I was at that, where the stash at? Cruise the city in a bulletproof Cadillac, cause I know these niggas have to wear the bag at. Gotta move smarter.